Welcome back to the engine room. This is the front bumper off of my L285 Kubota. So this thing, you can see it from the original video, this had a piece of 4-inch channel stock attached to the front. And somebody crashed into something and mangled it all up. So you got this nice thick plate that has 6 holes, mounts directly to the casting for the front end. So I'm gonna change this up. So I already cut through the one right there. Started cutting through this one as well. I'm gonna cut through all 3, get this plate detached, get this middle, the outer ones I'm not too worried about there being a leftover stump of weld. I'll just clean them up. But the middle one I'm gonna get flush and clean. And I picked up this piece of 1/4-inch plate and a 12-inch hitch receiver, because I'm a psycho and I love hitch receivers. And if I can put them somewhere, I'm going to put them somewhere. They're super versatile. And I have one on the front of my 8N Ford tractor. And this bumper is useless and ugly. So I'm going to weld this nice hitch receiver, I think, to the bottom of this. And then I think I'm going to take the plate and put it right up on the top to give it rigidity. And then maybe I'll drill a hole in it just to give it like another toe point. But this will really bring it all together. So for the 20 bucks that I spent on this, and I don't know, $10 on that, gonna have a very useful front hitch. So I'm gonna finish cutting through all this. It's taking a little while with Sawzall. And then I will polish this up, get it prepped for weld, and get everything together, and get this thing all welded up. There's my plate. So like I said, I'm not too worried about the sides. I think I'm just going to grind down the middle, get it flush, clean up some of this paint, and then get this prepped for welding. The rest of this is pretty useless. You can see how bent it was. I mean, it's kind of cool. It has this big hook on it, but it's kind of stupid. So probably just going to get rid of this, scrap it. Even like, there's not really even any straight sections that I could use for anything else. So I'll put this to the side, get moving on the new bumper. I'm gonna hit it with the floppy disk and get it really flat. Clean up any edges on this, clean up the bottom edge, probably the back, because I'm gonna put my hitch, I think, on the bottom of this. Not bad. So I've been messing around with this a little bit. So this is my 1/4-inch plate that I got from Home Depot. I just cut a 45 out of it. And my game plan is to take the hitch. This is the front, this is the rear. I'm gonna put the plate, I'm gonna put it under the plate like that, with just enough on the back so I can get a bead of weld. So probably about a 1/4 inch. And then this guy is going to be my support there. Just like that. I think that that's going to be pretty good. I need it to hang out a good amount because it sits underneath. I'm going to play with it a little bit more, but I'd like to get this all together and get it at least tacked. And then once it's tacked, then I can break out the stick welder and just bring it all home. But that's my game plan. We'll see. Okay, got another view of this. Just need to, there's a lot of axes that need to be squared up here, so I'm just gonna, I have my square here. I have a couple other squares actually. So I'm probably just gonna clamp them all and then just start tacking with the MIG. And I'll do a little at a time, and I'll knock it around with the hammer as needed and get this thing as straight as possible, or as square as possible. And we'll take it from there. I wish I had like a good welding bench that I could clamp all this to, but we're doing it the old-fashioned way, so it'll be good. It'll work. All right, I got this thing on end in the vise. People are not going to be happy about my use of this roofer square, but it makes it true. So I'm square this way. I'm center line of the main plate, and I'm square this way. So I'm square this way, I'm square this way, and I'm center. I'm center line. Now once I get that in, I'm gonna tack it, get it in. Then I will rest the whole thing on top of my hitch and tack that all together. But I think we're in good shape. I got my clamps on there. Everything's tight. Everything's square. So, like I said, what I'm gonna do is get this tacked with a MIG, and then I'll put the hitch underneath, tack everything to the hitch, especially on these 2 points right here when the hitch lays, the 2-inch, because that's what's gonna keep this square also. I'm leaving my square on there just so that way nothing moves. I got my plastic clamp on here, but I didn't have anything big enough with a big enough jaw. So that is dead center on the top of the hitch. Runs all the way across to the front. And I gave myself a lip on the back so I can lay a nice fat bead there too. So I'll build it up in there as well. And all the way up this, all the way across here. So this actually worked out quite well. I'm gonna just double check. I mean, I'm right dead center all the way across. And the longer this piece was, the more point of reference I have, or the more control I have over it being, over this back portion being square. Because if it's center on the back, and then it's off out of square a little bit, this is going to show it a lot further because it's a longer moment arm. But yeah, so that's the setup. It's not pretty, but it's industrial, strong, utilizes most of the plate in terms of control pulling down. I think it's gonna be really good. So I'm gonna get this tacked together, and then we'll see about breaking out the stick welder and finishing this thing up. All right, just finished tacking this thing. So this clamp can come off. Gonna pull my square off. A little ugly, but it'll do. It'll serve its purpose. I'm gonna put a few more tacks on it with the MIG, just to make sure nothing is gonna move, and then we'll hit it with the stick welder. Just finished welding this whole thing up. Not the prettiest thing in the world. Little 7018 DC plus. Got all the sides, all the seams, this back seam. So it's not going down the road. It's really just, it's going on the front of the tractor. It's going to hold a hitch haul carrier, maybe a tow point, who knows what else, but it's going to be plenty strong for my purposes, and should be pretty useful. But yeah, so this is done. I'm going to hang it up, give it a coat of paint, and mount this thing back up on the tractor. So very happy with how this came out. It's very simple, very efficient. It's gonna look really clean on the front, and it's gonna be really useful. Got this thing all painted up. The old bumper section, just for point of reference. So it sticks out about the same amount. It used to stick out higher up because it was mounted here. So in theory, I guess you could say like that. So yeah, something like that. Here I am scratching the paint, but yeah, so right underneath, a little bit lower, about the same distance out. and I think it's gonna be really great. So we'll get this mounted up on the tractor, fiddle around with the moving some trailers around. I have a big hitch haul carrier that I built just for going on the front of this and my 4 to 8 end, because I put a front hitch on that as well, just for storage, or not storage, but just for moving around weed whackers and gas cans and other things. So really versatile. As I said, I love hitch receivers. You could use them for so many different things. Highly underrated. Put them everywhere. So that's the end of this project, and next we'll get a video of this thing on the tractor. We'll get it bolted up. I'm gonna put this unit on. Just those 6 bolts right there. So it's gonna sit right on the front. Just like that. That works. Yeah, so that's that. Pretty good. Sticks out a little far, but it's actually nice because there's clearance, and then if I put a rise hitch on it, it's nice for moving trailers around. Came out really, really nice. And that's all she wrote. On to the next project.